Scent of a Woman is one of the best films of the 90s, and for this role, Al Pacino finally got his well-deserved Best Actor Oscar.
Hooah!
The movie tells the story of a young student named Charlie, played by Chris O'Donnell, who accepts a Thanksgiving weekend job to care for Frank Slade, a blind retired army officer played by Al Pacino. Frank is at first abrasive and unkind, but as they spend time together, Charlie discovers Frank's complex personality and zest for life. Charlie has an important upcoming decision to make and is preparing to defend himself to the school board against false accusations. And Frank becomes an unexpected ally for that final scene, now willing to defend Charlie after getting to know the person he is. This film is fantastic and often gets forgotten, so if you haven't seen it, I strongly recommend you do before watching me talk about the ending. But if you're one of my regular viewers, you've probably seen this as I've talked about it before. So in this video, let's discuss the fantastic and liberating ending of Scent of a Woman. So Frank decides to do the right thing and accompanies Charlie, staying quiet for the first few minutes, and he hears the accusations from immoral students that the board are seemingly falling for. Frank can't take it anymore and he launches into a speech, delivered as only Al Pacino can.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today? I mean, the only class in this act is sitting next to me, and I'm here to tell you, this boy's soul is intact.
Throughout the film, we've witnessed Frank's transformation that comes to a head in this courtroom. He's no longer a bitter and jaded old man. Now he's full of life and has a renewed sense of duty. This ending proves that mentorship and connection can lead to personal growth for both teacher and student. The speech proves there's good heart and morals hiding behind Frank's tough exterior, and after all he's been through with Charlie, he can't allow that to be for nothing. Frank made some really bad choices for many years, and this scene becomes not just his chance to save Charlie, but also to make peace with himself and prove he isn't a lost cause. It's also classic Al Pacino. Whenever a speech needs conviction and power, there really is no other actor who can match his delivery.
You don't know what that order is, Mr. Trask. I'd show you, but I'm too old. I'm too tired. I'm too fucking blind. If I were the man I was 5 years ago, I'd take a flamethrower to this place!
Frank's words resonate with us as viewers, reminding us that truth and decency often come at a personal cost. The scene encapsulates the core message in Scent of a Woman, which is the significance of integrity in a world that often overlooks it. Charlie's reaction as he watches Frank just unleash all of this is equally powerful. I said it in my original analysis video of this film, but Chris O'Donnell is genuinely brilliant here. Such a shame he didn't go on to have a prolific career, because in this role he literally stands tall next to Al Pacino, and that says so much. This moment solidifies Charlie and Frank's bond and makes it whole. Charlie realises it wasn't all for nothing. This man values him and their friendship, and it's such a release and liberating moment for both of them. Charlie's expressions illustrate how far they've come together. He looks up to him now as a father figure. It's a testament to the impact one person can have on another's life. Chris O'Donnell conveys such innocence in Charlie, such a good heart, and it's real, it's not forced. This is one of the most genuine performances of the 90s. This kid is just honest, he's a good person. And the role could have easily gone the other way, like it could have come across as forced under another actor, but Chris O'Donnell just had that perfect storm for this role at the time. I think he did very well as Robin in Batman Forever too, and if you watch him back here, you'd honestly be sat there thinking he had a huge future in massive films. However, perhaps that's what makes Scent of a Woman so memorable. It's Chris O'Donnell in a once-in-a-lifetime role, with one of the greatest actors of all time alongside him. It's great to see an Al Pacino movie actually end on a hopeful note. I mean, has this ever happened? Is this the only Al Pacino movie ever with a happy ending? And it's a shame we didn't see this more, because Pacino is not only one of the most badass actors of all time, he's also capable of being heartwarming too. Obviously in Scent of a Woman, it's just exuding from him this passion and heart, but he also does show it in films such as Carlito's Way and Serpico. There is a real human empathy to those roles, but obviously they're gangster movies and they have tragic endings. But it's great to watch an Al Pacino film where everything goes right and everything turns out great, and there's no, he's just gonna die out of nowhere at the end and things go wrong. It's not gonna happen. This is gonna end happily. Thank you.
I've been around, you know. There was a time I could see, and I have seen boys like these, younger than these, their arms torn out, their legs ripped off. But there is nothing like the sight of an amputated spirit. There is no prosthetic for that.
There's nothing like the sight of an amputated spirit. That line hit me like a ton of bricks, because it's true. Frank has seen everything. Blood, guts, amputated limbs. But as he knows all too well, if your spirit is removed, nothing means anything. You can move on from the other injuries, but there's no coming back from losing your very soul. Frank knows what it's like to lose that, and he clearly now cannot handle the thought of it happening to Charlie. It really is a speech of double meaning, because Frank is not only standing up for Charlie, but also regaining that spirit that he lost a long time ago.
He won't sell anybody out to buy his future, and that, my friends, is called integrity. That's called courage.
That positive, joyous ending with everyone cheering and goodness prevailing, I'll never get enough of that. I know it's been used loads of times in many different films, many films, but I can't help it, it just warms my heart. It's melodrama, isn't it? But it's fantastic melodrama with Al Pacino in it. How can you complain? And it doesn't end there. It's heartwarming to see Frank outside the courtroom meet a possible new romantic interest. Despite his past, Frank now puts himself out there and he believes in the possibility of happiness again, and it's just so nice to see. And meanwhile, of course, Charlie has stepped into his own future with a newfound confidence. It's a film about embracing the future and forgetting what's gone, being in the present moment but looking forward and realising that everyone gets a second chance. And of course, Frank ends the film talking to and appreciating his young niece, who he has always snapped at. That's just so lovely to see, just so genuine and real and from the heart. It's just a feel-good ending. But it's well written. It's not just like a syrupy, meaningless, feel-good ending. The emotions are powerful and dramatic, but they don't feel false. The performances and the script of what could have been a film that's too syrupy stand out as a prime example of how to get this sort of thing right. Have you guys seen Scent of a Woman? What do you think of the fantastic ending? Let me know in the comments below. Please consider subscribing to this channel for more cult and classic film reviews. There's loads and loads of Al Pacino stuff on this channel. Click on another video on the screen now, and I will see you guys next time.